Hey everyone, welcome to our next episode of Root Building. We are continuing our Module 1 updates, and we are just south of St. Mary's in Idaho. And if you remember, we've been laying out track for the Milwaukee Road, and we're almost finished. We have the track coming across and joining up here. And our next track is going to come around so that we can go the other direction on the line. And that's here. And where we left things off in the last episode, we were having trouble finding a bridge that looked right to do this. And I think I have found it. It's this viaduct. And it bends, and it doesn't look too bad when it bends. So we're going to use this to get ourselves situated here. So let's go here. Let's take this and put this here. And then we want to bring this in. Yeah, maybe it would be best just to slide this on in. There. Because we want to get the bridge so that the abutment is more in the ground, like that. Okay, so now we have to get this thing to look nice. Nice turns in here. And then it's going to come over here. Let's see if we can. No? Okay, so let's get this over here, and that goes in here. Now we'll be coming up this way. So let's have it come like, nope, that's not what we want. That's not what we want. Yeah, so let's have this continue around. And then we're going to have the track come in here. And let's see, so they're primarily, if they want to go that way. Now if something comes across this way, he's going to want to be able to get across. Like that. And then we'll put them right here. And this one here, and this one here. There we go. Now let's get the embankment to be out here. And now we can put this into here. And there's that. It looks like that's going to work. And then he comes in over here. There we go. Now, signals. You're going to want to have signals. So we have to be careful with the signals because what we don't want to do is cause problems. Okay, so this is a right. I think this is the one we want. Let's see. What happens when I do that? Doesn't do anything. Then we want these to be like that. And we want the one that's going to force a stop be here. And of course, this one can be this. So that gets the signal set up. And then of course, once we clear, there we go. And then we can slide him so he's more in line with that stuff. I always like these things to look a little bit more symmetric, so we're going to put a light there. Okay, so we have him set up. He's going to go up into here. And then he can go over here. Yeah. Something's wonky here. That's there. Oh, I see. We pulled the wrong one. Nice. You want this one. He's good to go. All right, so we'll do this over again. That's that, and that's that. Okay, now he goes up here. And this is a left. This will always be like this. And Going the other way, he's going to be like that. Okay. Now over here, we need the ones that force you to stop. And that would be these. And then these would be on the other side. There we go. Now this would need to be here, and then we can have this other one over here. There we go. This is a right, so that would be this one. And then he's gonna have this, and he's gonna have the other one on the other side. There we go. And then this guy, let's center this a little bit better. So this guy is a right over on this side. There we go. Oops. Yeah, and I think, so we don't get too crowded in there, I'm going to change him so that he's also a blocker. So if this thing is not in his favor, it'll force him to stop. And then this here is again a right, and then this is a forced stop right here. And then these guys, allow them to move forward. Okay, so now we need a speed limit. Let's go find ourselves a speed limit. Actually, and I think I know where a speed limit should be. Yeah, it's not, oh wait, there it is. Because that happens to be the speed limit through this area. So 30, 30. There we are. Yeah, now we need to put in a crossover over here. think we can live with that. And this here, there we go. All right, so that gets us over here. Now when he's coming in, this has to change, and this has to change. This is a right. So that's what that's going to be. This one needs to be blocked. So that's what that one's going to be. And coming around this way, this is a right again. And this needs to be blocked. And then these are the ones that allow you to pass. There we go. Okay, so that controls our intersection. We have our speedos. There's that. Okay, so he's going to go across. Okay, and then we'll do it again. There we go. Go. There's that. And we'll probably want a speed limit down here when he comes onto the layout. There's that. There's that. Okay. There we are, and we've got our portals there. Just seeing what we have. What does this look like? There you go. That looks kind of good. Here, let's put this over here. Does that look? If I like that. Yeah, this is what I think I want. Okay, so we made some considerable progress here as I texture the ground and everything. Be a little bit more track work I want to do. I think I'm going to go through and try to remove some of the grass along the main line. But we'll continue with our texturing and trimming the trees back. It's going to take us all the way back up here. Still have a ways to go, but this is where we left texture-wise. We left off here. Once we get this done here, the Milwaukee Road should be pretty much good to go at this point. The other thing I need to do is wherever we put the speed limit signs on the track work, we should put some signals just to control the traffic a little bit better. And yeah, so this is coming along. Okay, so that's where we're going to end this episode. If you like this type of content, I encourage you to please subscribe to the channel. That will ensure that this type of content continues on YouTube. If you like this particular episode, please hit like. That helps us to grow our audience. And of course, you may leave your comments. And if you'd like to be notified when the next episode is coming out, hit the bell. And with that, I will see you next time. Bye.